Hey everyone, and welcome back to Gamedec, what will most likely be the last episode of the series so far. Oh, okay, it just randomly opens, fair enough. When I entered the range of the gate sensors, the bar system recognized me as a couch user. Excellent. Okay, I don't think it's any secret that I've been rather frustrated, at least with this mission, with how much we have missed out on. I'm quite confident that definitely some of it is mistakes on my part. But if we go back here, we can actually hover over these things now that we have made a guess, and we can actually see what it is. And this one is actually Tick. Tick and his trolls are regular guests of Yeti's coming. If he was the shooter, he could have used their support and his knowledge of the place to stay low. I mean, while this is not technically wrong, he is one of the trolls. But I really feel like our character had this name on the list, and yeah, I don't know why this wouldn't be opened, why we wouldn't have gained one of these clues to unlock Tick as an option. I think up here as well we had, yes, the same thing here. Who had the motive to kill Ken? Herman Tick was another choice as well. Ken made trolling difficult for Tick, and trolling was this lunatic's whole life. While there hasn't really been any indication so far as to why Tick would kill him, I'm not sure I would have gone with this choice, but at least give me the option, right? I feel like, but maybe this one is definitely more in the gray area if we should have access to that or not. But I feel like this one, just with the fact whatever Quitter told us, it should have been right here instantly. Tick ran in, he fit the description. Why would I not be able to guess that this guy would actually have been have shot us? Another thing I think is it's not gonna turn into a rant. It was a real shame that we weren't able to get up to the top to the couches here before we had deducted the entire case. It feels like we would have had a huge benefit if we had selected our professions better, or had a different play style, thus getting being more aggressive and having more decisive red here to be able to force our way in, which I think is a real shame. The game, it seems like there's this illusion of freedom that you can do tons of different things in tons of different orders, but you really can't. Because if you do them in the wrong order, you F something up and you're just locked out of it. Like for instance with the glove, or with the police artifacts evidence box outside, right? You had the option straight from the bat to go into it. Why would you do that? Why would you break in randomly to a police cruiser and break into an evidence box? You had no reason to it, but you could. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents, and that's one of the things I really don't enjoy about the game. Let's oh, okay. Smoke and the stench of burnt flesh lingered above the 2 couches. Okay. Well, he's definitely crazy. Giggling, he watched with satisfaction as the shower of sparks faded. He moved his hand as if he were using a private window. The man I was dealing with was clearly unstable. It seemed wise to keep him from getting frustrated. I needed to keep his attention until the outrageous arrival.
Bow to the king. Bow,
okay, humility or satisfaction.
Front row seat to the show.
Okay. Bow before the king of Virtualia. Bow and I'll grant you permission to witness my performance. Okay. Treat the word king as a nickname. No, you know what, I guess we literally just said that we need to keep him cool, so we are of course gonna bow. I bowed, hoping my gesture looked appropriate. Very well. Now stand on one leg, jump 3 times, and kiss your shoes. Sure. I jumped on one leg, as he had wished, but I knew I wouldn't reach my feet with my mouth, so I kissed my finger and touched my shoes. Delighted, he started clapping. That's enough, though the kiss was a little phony. Still, kudos to your creativity. He made a nervous gesture and tapped something in an invisible window. Shut up and behold. Tick froze, waiting for something to happen, but nothing did. Somebody locked me out of the system, goddammit. Never mind, I'll reconnect in a second. Nobody can stop the king. Congratulations, maggot. You've got my attention. What's so important that you dare to ruin my royal magnum opus? Well, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can't talk to him first. Let's talk about Ken. This might piss him off, though. Ken Tsu, I want to know what happened to him before he died. Yeah, there we go. That was a bad thing. Are you trying to say that Ken is more interesting than me? He was acting dumber than a pizza delivery bot. He moved his hand, ready to issue another command to his malicious software, but he focused on me instead. I'm always doing something cool. You're saying that Ken is losing interest in me? Oh well, that's his loss. The trolls don't want to play with me? They can see how couches burn then. You're killing people. It's not my fault they don't have any safeguards. These helmets constantly cause discharges. Suits get overheated and tear their muscles. It looks fucking awesome, doesn't it? Okay, let's give him a compliment here, because we want to keep him on the good side. You're right, it's all very spectacular. Everyone admires you now. You got what you wanted, you don't need to kill anyone else. The man smiled proudly. I don't need to do anything, but I'm the king because I always go through with my ideas. Even the most daring ones. I'm glad that you appreciate how epic that this all is. As he talked to me, he kept one hand raised, ready to issue a command in an invisible window. I don't think you understand me. I do. The real reason you're doing this is that... Okay... Let's take a shot and say that Ken spoiled his fun. You're angry at Ken for spoiling your fun. You have a right to feel that way, but this is not going to fix the problem. Okay... I wonder if this might create like some sort of sympathy between us. He might say, "Hey, you suffered too from this moron following you around. Let's try that." He followed me around too and watched my every step. He saw me as a role model. That's a negatory. You're lying. I was the only person he admired. His gestures intensified. At least he stopped paying attention to the invisible window. I knew he'd come back. I fascinated him. He actually tried to troll the king of trolls. Can you believe that? He was copying me. Guess now we might as well go for humility, but we'll see. I tried to sneak up on him yesterday, but he immediately saw me. That's how sensitive he was to my presence. And he still called me king. Though he wasn't really making any sense. You say that you knew him. Do you even know what he was doing? I mean, this is what I thought he was doing, so let's try that. He was spying on the Han clan in Knight's Code. I guess we're going back to satisfaction. He didn't trust them, but he said they could be right. Unbelievable. He'd rather think about fucking reincarnation than play with me. Tick nervously declined a call with a hand gesture. Never mind. None of it makes sense. He glanced at the couches and hesitated, then looked back at me. Why did he have to die? I don't get it. It's so stupid. I wish I could see the video of Ken's murder again. I don't think we have access to it. But I really wish we could, because I only sort of remember, I mean, also from based on what everyone's been saying, it's clearly Tick that shot us. But that doesn't mean that he killed Ken, and I was probably also a bit too fast here with this deduction, because it could really be both of them. I don't know who. We haven't talked to Ramona. We don't know who he is or who she is to Ken, or what they have together. Well, but I'm gonna stick with my deduction here. I'm gonna accuse him of killing Ken, because he is crazy. He might as well have. This is probably gonna take us away from satisfaction, but... What do you mean you don't get it? You're the one who killed him. That's bullshit. He was already dead when I arrived. I shot a corpse. It made no difference. The little man said it had to be done. The little man. The little man. A funny little person in a red hat, dressed like a clown. I trusted him. I don't know why. I don't know, really. Is that the guy from the first mission? That weird dude? That gnome thing? Now everyone's gonna think hey, you're here too. Even though I grazed your shoulder, it was supposed to scare you off. Like hell it did. He saw something displayed by his lenses and shuddered. He's sensing me again. I'll answer once I know how to troll him for that lie. Tick lowered his arm, but his hands on his hips and put his hands on his lips and leaned towards me. Do you even know how Ken died? I don't, apparently. Well, I deducted that... I never deducted that he shut him down. But, yeah, okay. We don't have a choice so... You shut him down. Wrong, moron. I fired at him, but I didn't shoot him down. But you can't die from getting shot in a game. All games have safeguards. How is it possible that he died there? Enough chit-chat. Pay attention. This is going to be epic. He quickly waved and tapped an invisible window. I guess I might have wasted my window here. I could smell the nauseating stench of overheated bodies as the system started causing subsequent couches to overload. Tick was smiling triumphantly. I love the smell of burning flesh in the morning. Nobody can ignore the king or give him orders. His eyes suddenly bulged. He's here, but I didn't answer the call. Can you see him? I looked around, but I didn't see anyone. Who's here? Do you see somebody in AR? He took a step back and drew a plasma gun from a hidden pocket. It's the asshole that tricked me. He's the reason Ken is dead. A plasma gun, eh? Don't come closer. Don't. Tick started whispering, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. Let's, I guess, tell him to take off his lenses. The lenses, that's how you see and hear him. Take them off. The man was shivering. He was too excited to pay attention to what I was saying. I'm not giving up, you hear me, prick? The king never gives up. He put the gun to his head and fired before I could stop him. Okay. Damn. What a fucking mess. At least they won't blame it on us. You did everything you could, Gamedec. Go home. We'll take care of the rest. You know, I have this this feeling that this could have gone better. A custom-built couch made by Surfer Industrials. Or Industries, maybe. It massages the player and keeps their body and nutri-fluid warm. At least it should. Don't use it unless you must. Okay, I'm gonna assume there's not too much around here we can do though, since we're being kicked out by the Outrangers. For a moment I thought I saw a familiar silhouette on the couch. I must have been tired. Ah, okay. Let's unscrew... No, let's check the last logins. I looked at the screen and checked the last user of the couch. Okay, login, no data. Virtualum, no data. Time spent on the couch, 3 hours, 14 minutes. It was strange. I thought one had to be logged into the bar system to use the couches. This is probably also something we could have used this information before all this. Let's unscrew the couches panel. I unscrewed the remaining ones. I unscrewed the remaining ones and looked inside the panel. Somebody had attached an anonymizing chip to the logic module. If its creator had been in a hurry, their data would have been in the logs. Or could have been. Ken, the boy forgot to wipe everything out. It's like leaving a signature. Charred wiring, the couch must have been working when the systems got overloaded. There was a screw missing in the control panel casing. Okay. As I was leaving, I noticed the control panel of the device was cracked. Feel like we got some information in the wrong order there, but I wouldn't put it past it. Before I got close to the bed, I could already smell its user. He must have been one of the guys who didn't use game pills before going online. Instead, he used a stopper that solved the problem of psychological needs. It became clear why they had installed ventilators in here. They just weren't quite as effective as they should. Okay, let's check last logins, why not? Black Rook. Oh, it's the guy. Harvest time. Yeah. The man had only been playing for half an hour. He had picked a wrong time. He was a middle-aged man wearing patched-up clothes typical for low city inhabitants. The animated tattoo on the inside of his wrist showed a black chess piece. The hair coming out of the helmet was charred. I didn't want to look underneath it. That's fair. If he had been fully devitalized, then he shouldn't have felt anything. I hoped. As I was walking away, I noticed myself automatically hold my breath. The downstairs of the bar emptied, yet evacuated everyone with military efficiency. I decided I should do the same. Okay, well, before we end it here, let's see if we get some sort of newscast or something about what happened there. I was at home in my castle. A sudden feeling of relief took over me, only to give way to a feeling of deep, bitter loss. My relationship with Ken was heating up. Okay. What? I don't know if I would feel bad, except that life is unpredictable. I'll admit that I'll miss Ken. Our relationship was brief but intense. Everything happened so fast. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I still wanted to sense him. I couldn't leave it that way. I had a psycho scan. I just needed to generate a V-ghost and question it. Okay. See the news first, though. Okay, my name is Gina Gord, and this is the latest news. Tragedy at the Yeti's Coming bar in Low City. Overloaded gaming couches took several lives. The madman responsible for the malfunction has committed suicide. This has been Warsaw City News. Your source of blah blah blah. Okay, well, we didn't learn much. A psycho scan. That's not there. Is it the couch, maybe? Nope. Okay. We'll get some software that will allow us to generate a V-ghost illegally. The dark web was a dangerous maze, but I could make my way through it. I used Bliss to display the psychoscan's emanation. Okay. Let's turn on the V-ghost. I had the program and the psychoscan. It was time to generate the V-ghost. Hello, my friend.
We were supposed to meet in Low City. Why am I in your apartment?
Okay, object can sue, V-ghost architecture, advertising drone, probability, algorithms, marketing. Move your hand to start the interaction. Okay, let's take a closer look at Ken's image. I looked at the translucent face hovering in the air. It was the face he himself remembered or imagined, better looking than in reality. The advertising drone added its own filters, so the face looked like the epitome of happiness and energy. But it was completely still. Let's make Bliss get information for you. That V-ghost was a husk of a man. I didn't want to talk to him. Ah, okay, maybe it was. Okay, fair enough. I did actually want to talk to him, but whatever. Perhaps Bliss could automatically extract information. Bliss, find out what Ken did in Low City and what he learned in the course of his investigation. All cultures have their rituals of parting with the dead. There's a reason for that. I think you should talk to him. Is the scan of a man a poor one? Indexing its memories would destroy it. Do you want me to do that and give you a recap? No, let's ask about the psychoscan's quality. Is the scan poor? Scanning human psyches requires advanced tools that record memory traces along with the intensity of each memory and links between them. In this case, the scan was made by a device designed for other purposes. The V-Ghost is defective. Advertising drones check customers' habits and needs by performing psychoscans. That's what they focus on. From what I can see, there's hardly anything left of his true personality. There are just facts from his final day. Okay, let's talk to him. You're right, I'll talk to him. I waved my hand before Ken's phantom eyes and started an interaction. Ken blinked slowly. Zeawen. Ken, do you remember me? God, you're so badly dressed. These clothes are from 3 years ago. Go shopping, buddy. He looked around. We returned to your place. Good. It's safe here. I can't remember how I got here. Never mind. I think the Han clan saw through me. If I'm here, they'll probably keep an eye on you too. Okay. Let's ask what he did after he recorded the message. I didn't hear you sensing, so you left a message. Can you remember what you did after that? Of course, why wouldn't I remember? If you got trouble remembering things, Chief, get yourself something for reinforcement. Memosols, good. Fuck, why did I say that? You didn't accept the call. I entered Yeti's coming on my own, and from there I entered the game. Okay. What did you do in the game? You entered the game from the bar. What happened next? I chose the handle Arrow of Darkness. I searched the location, sniffed around, and found out they sometimes go inside that tree. The one that ruined my game. They go inside it. They say it's the sacred tree of knowing. I waited, left my stuff in the chest, and entered that tree of theirs. Okay. Let's ask about the bar. Why did you go to that bar? That's where the trolls that raided my game go online, and it turns out a lot of Han clan members are there too. I thought couches might have session records, and they did. All clues led to Knight's Code. I lay on the couch in that bar, retrieved the location of the clan's recruiter, and went straight into their stronghold. Okay, let's ask what happened in the Tree of Knowing. You entered the tree, and then what? I think I went with someone from the clan. They wouldn't let me in alone. But then, it was empty. I wanted to turn on some holovision, listen to commercials, take some sort of sedative. I think someone showed up next to me, I'm not sure. Okay. Let's ask about the investigation. You sensed me yesterday. You wanted me to meet at Yeti's coming. Why? Yesterday? I feel like it was a couple of hours ago. Time flies when you're investigating. I wanted to examine the Han clan's stronghold, and I thought I might need some protection. I trust you, Chief. I was afraid they'd see through me, but apparently I'm smarter than them. Next time we'll get in there together and find out everything. Okay. Let's find out what he was afraid of. You called for help. Why did you think something could happen to you? I asked anonymous questions online about the Han clan and started getting invitations to their recruitment process. When I was at your place, someone reset Ralph, my major domo, probably to cover up the traces of a break-in. It might have all been a coincidence, but I think they noticed me. I didn't want to wait. That would give them more time to prepare. Okay, so we can inquire about the Han clan, or we can ask about the Han clan. What the F would be the difference? Ask about them, I guess. Why the Han clan stronghold? What's so important in there? You know how my career was ruined by a tree in the glitch, right? So it usually pops up in the Han clan stronghold. Coincidence? It's a damn cryptic clan. Rumor has it their leader can foresee the future. I'd say it's easy to foresee something you cause yourself. That son of a gun changes the course of history. He ruins people's lives to get rich. They call him Lord Enlightened or the Prophet. That jerk ruined my career, so I'm going to find out how he did it. Get evidence and reveal everything. Okay. Let's ask if the clan ruined his career. I mean, he just said it, but yeah. So, it was the clan that ruined your career? The tree ruined my career. I suspect someone in the clan controls it. Otherwise, how would they know where it would appear? On the other hand, members of that organization collect information about the tree and all its related phenomena. If they controlled it, they would know everything. I'm not sure if the clan's to blame, but they are up to something fishy. I can feel it. You said the Han clan was cryptic. Why? Recently, they've grown to hundreds of people, just as people started seeing the tree in unexpected places. They've got lots of cash. We hardly know anything about them, just that it's a clan in the game. I haven't met any former members who would talk about them. They won't reveal their membership, and they only let their members inside the stronghold. There must be something strange going on. Okay. You said the clan leader changed the course of history. Can you tell me what you mean exactly? They made a fortune betting on my game. I've heard there were also some unexplained things in Relium that the clan leader could foresee. I guess they hack Obi coins and glasses to create illusions and earn money. They say something bad will happen and then make it happen. Sure, we'll tell him that he's dead, I guess. No, actually, let's not. Let's end the conversation. Zeawen, why didn't you help me when I sensed you? Gamedec shouldn't admit it, but I was really scared. I was counting on you. Let's apologize. I'm sorry, Ken. I did all I could not to look him in the eye. I thought we were friends and that you understood difficult situations. There's no one else I know that I could ask for help with this. Promise we'll finish this case together. I promise. I promise. I'll finish this case and find out what it's all about. You have my word, buddy. Thank you, Chief. Bliss, place him in a safe virtualium. Done. Okay. I kind of feel like if we ever want to, well, we do, but when we want to pick this up again, this would probably have been a good idea to do that then. But alas, here we are. We did it's done. But it was a lot of information to that would have been nice to start with next time if we continue the game. It seems like it also could be... It seems like the Han clan also bet a lot of money on his game. That could be why he actually locked out on purpose. Who knows? It also seemed like maybe the glitch ruined his career. Maybe the tree suddenly was there, but it... Yeah, once again, a bit of a few mixed signals here. But this is gonna do it for this playthrough for now. As I said, I'm sure we'll return to it sometime in the future, probably in between series. Maybe we'll do a case here and there, because despite all the bad that I've said about the game and all the bad I feel about the game, I feel like there's a lot of things they could have done better. I do enjoy the game, and we've made it. I don't know, maybe like halfway through, something like that, I think, or maybe just shy of it. So it would be nice to see it through. We sort of starting to see this red thread throughout the whole thing with the Han clan, the Tree of Knowing. So it would be nice to see it to the end, but it's not gonna be in one go here. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and to see you for the next one, I guess, whenever it happens. At least stay tuned for the next series. It'll be, at the moment at least, it'll be either Into the Breach or Loop Hero. Until then, take care.